So not only can you not be enthusiastic about things in a commercial or on television or in a movie that make you smile or laugh, because as soon as you realize it's artificial, then your energy level goes down a little bit and you're like, like, how is this possible that your energy level can go down when you support something that is, light worker shit? You know what I mean? Like noble, just, good, elven crap that but for you to rail against evil also doesn't serve your best interest, because you get run around in a contextual time trap where in legalese they can change the definition of what is or something when playing this game. And if you think such and such, then you must mean that. Like there's a professional misinterpreter or something like this that works for you. You know what I mean? Like is hired on and paid for by tax in a dialectical push toward Fabian socialism and the noble lie. You know what I mean? Sustainable development and all that shit. So if you're wrong for that, you know what I mean? It's like, and then all of the good shit that you're supposed to be enthusiastic about, if you crack a smile, if you're like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Then you think, it's like, I know, because subconsciously, what happened is that these Fabian socialists are there to inspire terrorism, because when they know that with their intellect and the, these like urban dictionary terms and shit, specific words that they can still get the energy. And so like they went to their dad, who's Trump. So let's say the liberals, right? They went to their dad. Their dad is Donald Trump. They don't like Donald Trump or nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? But then they just put their face together real quick and everything. So now, okay, Dad, can we have a dialectical push toward Fabian socialism? He's like, what? No. So then they were like, well, we'll just sneak around and we'll catch Mom when she's not around, Dad. And we're going to ask, because she's not brand specific and she's more susceptible to the Fabian socialism and the noble lie. Because if you're not brand specific, anything within reason sounds like a good idea. Why you might not go along and try? I'll support you in anything that you do. I love you. Don't you understand? I love you. So she said, of course you can. Now, when it's not a pandemic or a lockdown, you got streets that are barricaded off and they're painting the fucking ground with Navajo goddamn tapestry. Like some shit like, if you don't appreciate this and you don't like culture. What about the Chamber of Commerce and all of the businesses that maybe they just realized that if your property, if your business is in front of where people can walk instead of parking, that you'll get a lot more. So their business went up. So in places where their business went up, you know what I mean? They paint the streets and some shit that you wouldn't want to drive over it. Like it's a burial ground, okay? Like this is the sacred slug or the fucking spotted owl. And they put them right on the fucking street so you can fucking wrap it up in a pretty bow and market it and package it and then fucking go and vote. And then on the other side of the world, where these things that are appalling and abhorrent can't be signed off on. We confused acceptance for intrinsic superiority. Now we can go vote, and now you can buy this pretty marketed, packaged, bow tied up, presented for you. It's wholesale murder on the other side of the planet, because they have another little dialectical push toward favoring socialism in the noble lie that they're also cultivating and incubating, hatching. Hey, like the fucking coons in the fucking Oak Park, or the coons in the fucking Chirac. I'm not talking about the Jimi Hendrix that came out of the neighborhood that walk up and down Telegraph, because he's different. He's special. He's another case. He's not the nigga. But I'm talking about is like, you know, actually A.B. Millie is like Jimi Hendrix. Somebody like A.B. Millie is Jimi Hendrix. He's not a coon. He's not a nigga. He's special. But your hippie is going to become a fucking mescaline dealer going across the Canadian border and pistol whipping the jock in the high school that is the one that beat up everybody and never got his ass kicked. He's going to need his ass kicked. It's going to be that fucking dirty hippie with the fucking thing that made him run across the Canadian border. Fucking, he said he's just going to be mescaline. You know what I mean? But then he switches it up for fentanyl. For fentanyl.